We're at Brighton Ski Resort for the 15th annual Wasatch Powderkeg Ski Mountaineering Race, which is a race that climbs up and down Brighton inbounds and in the backcountry with the people out here enjoying the great scenery that Brighton has to offer as they challenge themselves for a great race through the mountains.
Ski mountaineering is a sport where it's backcountry skiing accelerated. So you ascend and descend all under your own power using skins. So we start here at the base and then ascend to the top of Great Western over in that direction. And there's a number of ascents and descents, including the backcountry area. And then one final grand descent and around the tree here and into the arch.
We have 4 different divisions ranging in lengths and difficulties. The junior division for the 18-year-olds and under is around 5.5 miles and 2,500 feet of climbing. Then we move up to the recreation division, which is roughly 6 miles and 3,400 feet of climbing. And then the heavy metal people and the elites all race the same course, which is roughly 11 miles and 6,500 feet of climbing. So they cover a lot of distance, and it's impressive when you think that the elite people are covering that distance in around 2 hours of time.
It was a great race. I really enjoyed it. It was for sure tough, a lot of up and down hills, but I really enjoyed it because the weather was great and the snow was great, so I was just happy to be part of the race today.
I've been skiing all the great POW we've got the last 2 months here in Utah, and it's been great training.
And I was just pouring sweat and demoralized. I would train harder, but I would do it again.
The conditions were surprisingly good. We had a hard refreeze last night, so we were expecting pretty hard and icy conditions, but the sun came out early and softened things up. So instead of some of the hard icy descents that we had, people are saying they actually had great corn skiing. We're hearing it's some of the best skiing they've had on the backcountry sections for many years. So we're real excited that the weather behaved for us and got some great snow conditions for the racers.
The skiing conditions were surprisingly good. Soft on the backside, even powdery on the north face on the first descent. So it was really great.
Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful spring day. You know, the sun came out, pretty icy at the start, but then things warmed up, the snow got soft. Just a beautiful day.
The atmosphere is a range from race and seriousness in the morning when everybody's getting ready to hit the mountain and push themselves to really the party we have going on now with a DJ, burgers being served, beer with Epic here, and some sponsor tents with demos showing people the latest and greatest gear. Really the best part about the race is the people. So, you know, the racers, seeing them come out here, have a great time, and really just push themselves. The level of the athletes that are showing up each year increases, so it's just phenomenal to see how the sport's progressed in the last 15 years, from the level of racers to the speeds that they can climb to just how much fun they're all having. We couldn't put this race on without amazing sponsors. You know, first off, obviously Brighton Ski Resort's our host, and they host, you know, over 10 races for us a year, so we just couldn't thank them enough.
They're tremendous hosts and they do a tremendous amount of work for us, and they're very gracious to have us here.
It's been great to see the progression of the sports over the last couple years. We now have a formal youth league in Utah with 2 groups, one in Utah Olympic Park and another one in Big Cottonwood at Silver Fork. And it's brought out a lot of kids ranging from 9 years old up to 18 years old. We had over a dozen kids compete Friday night in the vertical and Saturday at the individual. And to watch how excited these kids are as they climb up and down the mountain is just fantastic.
So we have actually the most junior racers we've ever had out this year, which is amazing to see.
It was good. It was super fun. There's a lot more juniors this year.
I guess it was really fun, but at the beginning, I got a really bad blister. So I think the hardest part was probably the boot pack because it started stabbing me in the back. And yesterday, I got second place in the vertical, so I'm kind of amazed at my skill.
I don't know, just skiing and being with all my friends.
Getting to the top and being up there and, I don't know, looking out and being like, wow, I've hiked a really long ways. This is my first time racing ever. And so, I don't know, I was just out there having a good time.
It was hard, but it was a lot of fun, and it definitely paid off in the end.
Yeah, everybody's just out here having a fun time, so it's just a great family event, great diversity of ages, and everybody just having a good time.